So that's the front door, by the looks of it. Well, the residential door, possibly, up the stairs. There's the building. And next door is Robertson Morrow AMP Chambers. So it is an area where there are offices already, and I think that's probably a good rather than a bad thing. So there's the building, and there's the doors at the back. That's the area upstairs where you have access to walk around. You've got downstairs, it looks like half decent air conditioning and that sort of stuff there. And then the single car garage, excuse me.
Looks like it might be a tandem.
Yeah, has that got residential at the back of it? Don't know. But that, see, this is obviously Westpac, so that's part of it. And that looks as though it could be a little flat or something. That's just amazing. And of course, there is a garden. Quality. It's just a lick of paint. It doesn't look very, there's no real structural issues there. It does need painted. Do it yourself. There you go. That's a post box. Don't know. Hello. That's Jane from tennis. Hey Jane, can you please repeat that comment you made about residents?
I think there's been a residence upstairs.
The bank manager?
Yeah. Well, it looks like it. It kind of said there, but...
I'd love to run up those stairs.
In those, I mean, when we were at Borough Junction...
That's a substantial little building, that is. And just a little bit of paint here and there. I can't see any bricks cracked in this wall. This is as solid as a rock, this place. But that would be lovely up there. If you look in Google Maps, you'll see what is up there. It's actually a sizable area. And it looks like there's heating and a bit of an air conditioning plant with it too.
But then the only rising deck, they've got granite here, which is good.
But some lovely buildings. The old courthouse, is that right? And the post office. What a beautiful area. So that's Coles there. Here's the parking garage. And the white door right in the middle of the screen is actually the back of your garage, and your house is the red in the middle of your screen now.
Buffer and get door rezoned. Yes.
Automatic sliding doors.
Cool, I'll just show you around. If I'm going too fast, just let me know. Or if you want to go back in.
This opens through to nowhere. Yeah, you might look at this video at another time together with the plans, so you get a feel.
We don't have a key for that door anymore. And it's
All right.
But you can look through a window.
So the ceilings are good and high. There's probably a gap up underneath there. And Ethernet is probably not too bad. This is the naughty corner. Oh wow, look at this. Oh my goodness. Right, and then we go upstairs. Gosh, don't know what this is. Oh, this is like a utility room. And here's a bathroom. Power is on. So you'd put a shower in the corner there with instant hot water, no doubt. And one of these you'd turn into a shower if you wanted 2 showers, but you probably don't need 2 showers so close. Just a minute. Male toilet. Bars on the back. Oh, would you look at the size of this? So this is pretty gigantic. And utility room in here. There's your garage around the back. All proper flooring with sealed edges. And this will go out there later. No doubt that's the one door to the back. Okay, and back around here. Probably plant room there. Oh, would you look at this? What would you do with this? My goodness, this is your office, Andrew.
Hey, sorry.
And plenty of Ethernet, so there's probably quite good infrastructure. This is all looks really good, quite functional, plenty of storage for all your dresses, no ring.
That was where the ATMs used to be.
That's back to the
To the
front.
outside.
Lots of PowerPoints. The office potential, of course, is pretty fantastic, I think. And utility room.
That's where the
Oh.
ATMs
The what, sorry?
ATMs were there.
Right, we were just
Right
there.
off the top veranda today because the black.
Yeah.
Did you ask about the IT structure?
Not yet. So this is the back. There's the garage. There's that wall, which in actual fact is part of the building. And this is big. Actually, everything's in pretty good condition. There's the parking garage. I don't know whether that belongs to you around there. It probably does. Well, we'll find out. There's the air conditioning stuff, which looks all very good and quite new. Right, and probably got these all over the place, but most of it will be ducted. Okay, we're going to be going up the stairs. Okay, going past the naughty room and up the stairs. And that's the windows on the inside. Probably don't think there's any structural issue there, but they look reasonable old. So these stairs have probably been added later, maybe, because don't know, just the way that window is. So the grass is yours, and the concrete on the far side of the grass is not you. Oh no, well it depends. Obviously the garage. Oh no, the far side of the garage. So a bit of that concrete will be yours. It'll be along to that number 5 or something. So you got half of that laneway. Well, the far end of the garage anyway. Little step up into this room. Could be quite a nice bedroom or so. Looks like telephone. Old school, probably not Ethernet. Women's toilet. Lights are off in here. So this is the foyer to the toilet. This would be toilet cum shower. Older than upstairs. There's attic access there. The door here is closed. Gee, it's gone dark. Oh. So that's the closed door. Oh, that's that other room there. So that's a bedroom with an ensuite, essentially, when you open that door. This is the other kitchen area. And oh, there's the outside terrace. Nice. That rubber probably, it doesn't sound as though it's anything to do with leak issues, but you see there's a slope on it, but that probably needs replacing. But that's a pretty massive area, and it goes way down to the right as well. Right. I'll chase Bella there. So this is almost feels an outdoor area. Going out onto this door is alarmed. Well, we'll go out there at the end. So this is quite a big kitchen area. That's actually quite lovely. Oh yeah, this is lovely. It just smells it's a little bit stale because of it being closed, but it smells of old wood. Quite nice, really. On here, a lot of offices perhaps. Oh no, cupboards. Yes. You'd have more room to put your dresses, Noreen. Look at that. If that's a bedroom. What we've got to ask Bella is where the manager's residence is. It's all single glazed, of course. You'd possibly do something wherever you were going to live. I'll switch off for a minute. Okay, that's where we just were. What's in here? Oh, that's to the outside. Oh, she's actually gone out. And she's walked on it, so we were told not to bring black marks into it. Yeah, that wouldn't be so much for playing, but plenty of room for bicycles, probably reasonably safe up here as well. And we'll just go over to where Bella's having a chit chat. And this looks relatively recent and quite functional. All the brickwork is pretty good. And it'll be interesting to see what the little garage has to offer. Right, back inside. So they'll be interested to see what's behind that. There's probably another kitchen. No light at the top here. So this is more toilets and bathrooms. So this is, oh, there you go, Sandy would be happy with that. And this is less nice, but perfectly functional. It all looks pretty strong, apart from that little chip there. Room here, no light in there. How do you put the lights on? What's this? I have to feel my way. This is a room in here. Oh, it's storage, shelving and that sort of stuff. And this will be the manager's residence around here, because this is the stairs to enter the building from that door down there. All 2 levels coming up here. And I think we're about done upstairs. There's a room here. Again, we've got power downstairs. Oh no, here we go. This is a small room, but still big enough to be a bedroom. And ditto, possibly a bit bigger. Lovely, lovely view to that hotel across there. That is just delightful. And there's the post office. And you probably heard this, they started asking 1.6 and it's down to what the price asking is now. And what was it, they paid 1.38 for it 22 years ago. So that's probably a sign of the times. I think we're now done the top. Oh, one, just back to the balcony. Andrew mentioned copper pipes somewhere, which I'm looking for. Oh, here. Is that here? Oh, okay. That looks like sewage. And indeed, that probably is copper. So maybe this has been, that piece has replaced what else is in there. But we'll go around the other side of that. That's probably bathrooms. And that's the other side of the wall where Lockie is. So that's probably disposal of whatever sewage. At the top of what I'm calling the manager's residence. It'd be interesting to see the history of that. All the woodwork's quite nice. Going down the stairs, there's been some replacement of panes here. Down the stairs. And this will presumably take us out close to where the, oh maybe not, where the first floor is. Yes, you can get through here to the first floor, so that's to the outside. Presumably this is the first floor, maybe it's just a cupboard. Yeah, that's just a cupboard. So this is just an alternative access up to the top. So I'll switch off. That's at floor level. So you can judge the wood there. It probably is a little bit compromised, but I think probably acceptable. We'll probably have a look from the outside later. I think this is probably below that top area where the rubber is compromised, and it's a little bit manky up there, but I don't think that's due to water. This is the end of the building. Yeah. See, I don't. That's just misplaced. You pull these out and go up there, so that the actual that'll be probably quite a considerable space up there, and there you can see some of the ducting from the air system, no doubt. Something we haven't really looked at is where all the ducting is for air. There it is again. So it's quite a big system. Lockie's playing with just now.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going.
Yeah, it's probably multi-zoned and so forth. Okay. So this is the air controllers, and it is Actron. Whether that's the stuff outside, that looks as though it might be. It could even be an air intake there. Actually, not sure. Just taking this again, so you can see the. So that looks like half-meter diameter ducting, probably all through the building. Just looking, the question Andrew just made about the fireplace, is it sealed? You can tell I can't see it, but in the video you'll see whether there's any sign of that. But they're quite nice units, and you can easily seal them, I should think, if that's the best thing to do.
And Drew, I'll give Bella.
So the thickness of the walls suggests that it's probably double brick, not triple brick, or something like that. Yeah, they're quite thick, so it's probably not badly insulated, but the size of the rooms and the big space is such that there'd be some heating. But you've got good heating here, it's just the cost of running it. And it's reverse cycle, so it won't be too bad. Just another look at the thickness of the walls. There you go. Yeah, well, definitely double brick. So this is one for Noreen. These are the room dividers, which are
I just got to head off to my next. Bella will do it. You have the key.
probably quite quick to
Lovely
move.
meeting you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks,
Lovely.
Connie.
Yeah, they said your false walls, so not structural or anything.
Yeah, so that's probably not the end of the world to move these. Do you think Westpac put these in?
I would say so, yeah.
To divide them into offices.
So that's in. Oh, wait a minute. This is the one room we didn't get into, and it's difficult to see, but it is just a little room. There you go. Here we're going out, the automatic doors, and Andrew with Bella is just looking at the other entrance. So this is the.
That's the
Who
old
to steer?
ATM there.
That's the old ATM.
Where that room is under
so
there.
the building actually goes all the way up to this white wall. So this is part of the.
That's right, yes, that was where your old ATM.
Okay, and down there is. There you can see the gap between the buildings. So in fact, this is another little shop. You open it up, put a door there, and they sell hats out of there. I think this is all right. You scratch that, and it's hard. I thought a bit of a sanding. I think it's going to be all right. And this stuff is just cosmetic, although it does go up quite a long way. So that's something you would do, but it's not critical. It's more the windows that you would do. Now we're walking down the outside here to where the garden is. So there's the garden, and here's your garage, and apparently the door's open and we can go into it. And we'll do that in a moment. And apparently the door is actually boarded up at the back. This is quite nice. That might have been helicopter landing pad or something there. Make some kind of garden ornament out of it. There's Mitsubishi just for that one. This is indeed Actron, so that is, look it up, you'll find it's more expensive than other stuff, and it's made in Australia. And I presume that's also, maybe it's not Actron, that might be a different time. That's something big that's been put in. So, oh yes. Just a minute, I'll switch off. And these are the doors that are boarded up. And this car parking space is not yours, but that wall is yours, and all the way to here. So the property is at this corner here, all the way, and that's the parking garage where residents could actually make a deal. There's the edge of the building, and we'll go and look inside the garage. Probably a reasonably substantial, there's a door and window, so probably a reasonably substantial area in there. Let's look inside the main door. It's quite a nice building with proper eaves. And it probably hasn't been opened for. Can you hold the video so that we can have the process of discovery?
Oh, but that back end is locked off.
Yes, so that is actually a separate apartment there, and you can see why the window's been blocked off. There's a broken window there. And the only thing that we've seen as far as structural movement is that in the whole building, so I will look at the other side of that just to see what it is. Okay, so that's a good full-size single car garage plus something at the back, and there's that window, so you can see that it's from about here. So if I measure big paces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 meters by probably 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 by 4. Hi there. And let's look at the wall around here where that crack is. And yeah, very minor. You wouldn't touch it. And lastly, we'll just walk up the stairs. There's the entrance to the house with a doorbell. Something to do there, don't know. And another door, which is wood and needs painting or replacing. Get a second-hand one at the second-hand dealers. This looks all very good. Solid as a rock, and back up where we were before. And just to confirm, that's, I think, the toilet, and that's the kitchen. Yeah, the rubber matting would be for water, but there's no sign that it's coming through, which is good news, but still worth doing. And you can see they've blocked off the windows there for security, because this area at the moment is accessible, but you'd change that and you'd put UV cameras all over the place. Probably kitchen or some kind of ventilation. It might be some kind of exhaust to do with the air conditioning system. And there it is. Finished.